Deepthi, shall we start, Deepthi?
Yeah. Now the recording is started, ma'am.
Yes, now
So
it's recording.
we'll just go ahead. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Priyanka Viramosu, Coordinator of Admissions of VNR VJIT. This is our fourth series of panel discussion, which we are conducting for the new budding aspirants and the parents who are choosing the right career or the right stream to join in the engineering spark. So today we have the panel discussion on engineering your future, choosing the right discipline and embracing it reward. And today our experts are the faculty and industry from Department of Computer Science Engineering and Computer Science and Business Systems. So we have the faculty experts and we have the industry experts who are here to clear you the insights, the curriculum what we develop according to the current trends, what the industry needs. So today the panel discussion will be moderated by Lakshmi Deepthi, Assistant Professor in the Department of CSC, and she will be taking care from here, and she has corrected the questionnaire from all the inquiries, which most probably clear all the doubts of the parents and the students who are planning to join in the career of CSC. So Lakshmi Deepthi ma'am, you can take over from here, please.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Lakshmi Deepthi, working as Assistant Professor in CSC Department. Welcome everyone to the panel discussion. Our esteemed faculty of the department and our proud alumni and industry experts are here to give insights of the department and clear all your doubts. So I'll take privilege to introduce our Honorable HOD, Dr. V. Baby Garu, Associate Professor and Head of the CSC CSBS. She has 25 years of teaching experience. Her guidance has been instrumental in shaping our students' academic and professional growth. And next panelist is Dr. S. Nagini Garu, former HOD and senior faculty member and in charge CSBS. She has more than 25 years of experience and rich research experience. She has extensive experience and deep insights into both academics and student development. And the next panelist is Dr. B.V. Kiranmai Garu, a former HOD and senior faculty member, and our training and placement coordinator. And she has also 25 years of experience. And under her guidance, our students have been securing excellent placement opportunities across top companies. She plays a vital role in bridging the gap between academics and industry, helping students prepare for successful careers. Welcome you all, ma'am.
Thank you, Deepthi.
Thank you, Deepthi.
Okay.
Thank you, Deepthi. Welcome to VNR CSC Department.
Thank you, ma'am. Next come our proud alumni and industry expert, Mr. Suraj Sangan Batla. He is a software engineer at Genoti. Suraj develops and tests features based on customer needs and requests from product managers, improving the Zenoti product with each version update. He works closely with different teams and his development work directly supports key business goals and product growth. He takes part in regular technical discussions, reviews code from other developers, and also helps with designing system architecture. And next comes to our other panelist, Jupudi Chaitra. And she is also our alumni. And now currently she is working as a software engineer at Google, working in cloud security. And she has worked under cloud infrastructure and entitlement management. Currently working under assured open source software. Welcome you, Suraj and Jupudi Chaitra.
Thank you.
Thank you for accepting. And also, I thank Mr. P. Ramakrishna Garu. He is a placement coordinator for CS and CSBS department. Thank you for accepting our invite, sir. Thank you. Now, Baby Garu is going to give the insights of the department. Baby madam, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Deepthi. Good morning to one and all. Dear students and parents, I welcome you all to this panel discussion. We have a senior team here. They'll be giving the overall gist of the department so that you will have an understanding of like what we do and what we achieve in the department. Deepthi, can I request you to run through the slides?
1 second, ma'am. 1 second. Yes.
we have a small presentation here. I'll be giving the introduction to the department and key highlights. The department was established in the year 1995. We are proud to say that we have a legacy of nearly 3 decades. This most prestigious and highly demanded branch at Vienna VJIT, we have blended learning of academics and cutting-edge research. The department was NBA accredited and recognized as the research center by JNTU Hyderabad. Next, Deepthi. The key highlights of the department: we impart the quality education since the inception, and we have experienced and competent faculty in the department. We do curriculum updates periodically as per the industry and societal demand. We have a placement record of 95%, and we have Explore XR Student Club in collaboration with experienced Technical and Innovation Center IIT Madras. And we also have research collaborations with the IIIT Hyderabad. The department offers 2 UG programs in computer science and engineering and computer science in business systems. And we offer 2 PG programs in computer science and engineering and software engineering. We have a program in computer science and business systems, and this was designed, the curriculum was designed by TCS. And here I invite Dr. S. Nagini, who is acting as a SPOC for this program, and she will be the better person to explain and give you the insights of CSPS branch. Over to you, Nagini ma'am.
Thank you very much. Good morning and a warm welcome to all the people who have joined here, and looking forward to see their wards in the campus. And thank you, dear alumni, and for joining also. So this is with respect to computer science and business system, which we started in the year 2019. And what I would like to emphasize more is the entire curriculum and all is designed by TCS in collaboration with ISI Bangalore as well as Kolkata. So we find that the curriculum is well equipped for the students to get the job prospects with respect to not only the regular what the CSE students get. Beyond that, they are eligible for getting into the financial sector, in business market, as well as in marketing sector, apart from the regular jobs. And also we find a scope for the students to get into the government and private sectors. So this is because the entire curriculum is equipped with not only the basic core subjects of CSE, it also adds value in terms of humanities, communication skills, management sciences, and beyond this, all related to human ethical values. This is the base idea, and finally we are looking for making sure that the students end up with all business skill sets before reaching out to an industry in terms of jobs. Thank you, baby ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Yeah, coming to the faculty, faculty is our strength. We have well qualified and experienced team in the department. The faculty were acquired their doctorates and postgraduates from reputed institutions like NIT Warangal, NIT Silchar, and JNTU Hyderabad. And faculty are involved in active research, and they produce various publications in SCI and Scopus Index journals. They have strong industry academic collaborations in doing the research and pursuing different various trainings on different platforms. And the faculty are also involved in the funding projects, and they have got around 44 lakhs of funding amount from the different government organizations like DRDO, DST, etc. And apart from this, faculty, like students, faculty are continuous learners. They always upgrade their knowledge and skill set by attending faculty development programs and pursuing different certification courses which are offered by industries and different academic institutions. And apart from this, then one interesting thing is we also included professors of practice in our department. Like we have 2 professors of practice, one from Microsoft and one from Jagruti. The main idea of having these professors of practice is they build the gap between the industry and academia. They help us in bridging the gap. And the next we have coming to the infrastructure. We have 17 academic laboratories and 2 research laboratories in augmented reality and virtual reality. We also provide weekend project laboratories where students can sit in during weekends and they can work for developing the project works. And all the classrooms and laboratories are ICT enabled. The entire campus was enabled with Wi-Fi with 500 Mbps bandwidth. Coming to the collaborations, our department has collaborations with external institutions and organizations like IIT Madras, IIIT Hyderabad, EPAM, Infosys, TCS, and platforms, etc. What are the main outcomes of these collaborations? Apart from this curriculum, we have many other benefits out of these collaborations. Like we have industry exposure for the students who offers industries offers internships, and they also offer industrial visits, guest lectures, and tech talks on recent trending topics. And enhanced placement opportunities are also helpful in this collaboration with these collaborations. And curriculum enrichment, we definitely involve this industry people in curriculum revisions. So by taking their inputs, we upgrade our curriculum in periodical. And coming to the joint research projects, with this collaboration will help us for both students and faculty in developing the research projects and any R&D outcomes. And coming to the skill development programs, the industry people will also help us in conducting workshops, hackathons, boot camps, and many certification courses. They also drive the students in towards the project-based learning. And they also help the faculty development programs, and they help us in pursuing the various trainings in latest trends and technologies. Now, coming to the curriculum overview, apart from the basic sciences like physics, chemistry, mathematics, we offer open electives. Open electives are nothing but the subjects which are offered from the other core engineering branches. They encourage the students to have an interdisciplinary knowledge. We offer 4 courses which starts from their third year BTech onwards. And also professional electives. These electives helps the students in for deepen knowledge in core areas. There are almost 6 courses from third year onwards. So and project work. This project work helps the student to apply their theoretical knowledge into practical knowledge. So we thought like project works helps them in converting their theory into practical knowledge. So we offered various project-based learning like field projects, summer internships. Field projects generally we offer it in second year onwards, and mini projects and major projects. And apart from this, we have a special like course-based projects. These projects are associated with every lab-oriented course. So after completion of this, every lab-oriented learnings, all those concepts, theoretical concepts, are being converted into any real-time practical application. This is how the course-based projects helps the students. And apart from all this, we also offer certification courses. So it is mandatory in our curriculum. Every student has to complete two certification courses offered by industry or any online platform. So yeah, to encourage the self-learning, we also offer additional learning opportunities like NPTEL, Swayam, or any online self-learning courses like Udemy and so on. So with the help of these, and they can pursue any of the course so that we can give the credit transfer with those courses. So apart from this, to mold the student to have a societal responsibility, awareness, and personal growth, we offer mandatory and audit courses like happiness and well-being, ancient wisdom, gender sensitization, environmental science, Indian constitution, and so on. Apart from these contents, we also offer minor degree program. In this minor degree program, the student has to secure an additional 18 credits apart from 160 credits of the entire BTech course. So we CSC department offers minor degree course in innovation and entrepreneurship, which has started almost in the academic year 22-23 onwards. In collaboration with Telangana government, the department also offers BFSI minor degree program, banking, financial service, and insurance. It has to start from third year and fourth year onwards. And the main idea of having this BFS and minor degree programming is to increase the job opportunities for all skill sets. By inculcating, apart from the technical knowledge, we also inculcate the domain knowledge. And the industry experts will teach this course in the curriculum. And if any student pursue their minor degree, the student will be awarded his degree as BTech in computer science and engineering with minor in innovation and entrepreneurship. And apart from this minor degree, we also have honors degree. Upon securing additional 18 credits successfully, the student will be awarded a Bachelor of Technology or BTech in CSC with honors or BTech CSBS with honors. This is how we enrich our curriculum to mold the students in a 360 degrees. Next week. Now, coming to the research and consultancy, as I said, our faculty and students are involved actively in research in collaboration with other reputed universities like IIIT Hyderabad and NIT Warangal. And our faculty got some research funding projects like how I have shown in this Smart Vision Eyewear Assistive Device for visually impaired people in public places. So like this, we almost got 44 lakhs of grants from the past 1 or 2 years. And the faculty and students are also involved in consultancy work, which is offered by different industries. Like then, yeah. Coming to the placements, yeah, the next. Coming to the placements, yeah, we have training and placements in charge, Dr. B.B. Kiranmai Madam. She will explain like how we groom our students to drive them towards the placements in higher studies. Over to you, BBK Madam.
Yeah. Thank you, baby. Respected parents, students, and alumni, a very good morning and welcome to the Department of CSC and CSBS. And this slide shows the statistics of the placements for the past 4 years. And coming to the CSBS, the statistics shows for the 3 years. So, because the program has been started in the year 2019, every year 90% plus students will be placed in the companies, and remaining 10% they shows interest in for going for the MS program. And coming to the CSBS program, 75% of the students will be placed, and remaining 25% they will be going for MS and also even for the MBA program. And current year, if you look at 24-25, 84% of the students have placed so far in CSC and 70% in CSBS. Still the placements are going on. Yesterday also TCS has visited for the prime role. And the bar chart shows the how many total number of students admitted in the year, how many are eligible, means eligible in the sense without any backlogs, and how many numbers of students have been placed. So what is the reason for, the main reason for getting the better placements in Vienna, that is also the CSC department, is the trainings. We sincerely and also seriously conduct the training programs starting from the first year. In the first year, we conduct the training program on the full stack. We start in the second semester, and third semester, we continue with the full stack along with the backend. And in 2-1 and second year first semester and also second year second semester, we conduct the coding training. And third year first semester, we go for the algorithms and analysis. And in 3-2, we conduct the aptitude and reasoning training. And 4-1, they will be ready for the placements. Next slide, Deepthi. And this shows the companies who are offering the highest package for the students. So if you can see that we have even have a international placement in the year, academic year 21-22. She is last year, she got placed in Jupyter Network for the package of 98 lakhs per annum. And our students placed in Google for a package of 54 lakhs, ServiceNow for 40 lakhs, Amazon ranging from 21 to 46, Microsoft 20 to 51, and remaining all these particular placement companies visited where our students placed in a very good companies. Most of them will be placed with from 10 to 50 lakhs, between 10 to 15 lakhs. Next slide. And these are the few highlights of our students. So as I told, one of the students, La Seculari of batch 18 and 22, she got offer from Jupiter Networks. It is an international placement. And two of our students, that is Jayashree and also Nishrita of batch 21 and 25, they got placed in Google with a package of 54 lakhs. And Abhigna of the final year CSC of the same batch, and she got offer from the Microsoft with a package of 51 lakhs. And Harshita even got placed in ServiceNow with a package of 40 lakhs. And I'm very proud to say that every year, more than 25 students of our students will be placed in JPMC. JPMC comes in second year for the internship program, and once again in third year for internship and also the placements. The second year who takes the internships, also the well performance of the particular internship will be converted to the pay package of 20 lakhs. And about 20 CSC students of the current final year also got placed in Oracle with a package of 19.5 lakhs. And 1 CSB and 4 CSC students of the current third year got the Amazon internship with 1.1 lakh stipend per month. And certainly all these students will be converted for the placements. And 6 of our students of 21-25 got placed in Upper with a pay package of 15 lakhs per annum. Thank you, baby. Over to you.
Thank you, Bivika Manam. Now coming to the faculty awards and achievements, our faculty are competitive enough to achieve many things. They pursue different certifications offered by industries like Infosys, Springboard, and all. And we got Best Teacher Award by IST. Two of our faculty got Best Teacher Awards, and Best Student Branch Award we got. And Mr. Akarnam Akhil, he received Best Young Researcher Award at the International Award Ceremony. So, coming to the student awards, apart from academics, we also encourage our students to participate in various CCA and ECA activities. We do have facilities in our college, sports, and technical fest, and cultural fest, many other things. And students award, they received many awards and achievements in various hackathons. We encourage them to participate in ICPC regional context in the Asian contest across the globe, which is conducted across the globe. We encourage our students to participate within the state and outside the state also, and they are competitive enough to achieve many medals and awards and achievements. We are proud to say that the students are our strength. Next. And the department is proud to say that we also able to produce good entrepreneurs in the department. We have Mr. Ashwant, a software engineer from Unplatforms, and Rupesh Mittal, he's an alumni who started Cyber Jagriti in 2019. So, and we have Kolli Vishnuvardhan, he started his Innovation Labs Private Limited. And Guna Chaitanya Babu, he's the ex-employee of Microsoft, and currently he was pursuing in ServiceNow. And he has owned his own company, Cross Papers, and he has provided so many online platforms to our own college. And we are proud to say that he is our alumni. And coming to the department distinctiveness, so finally, I wanted to conclude like what things we do in the best way. These are the best practices that we do, and we have Turing Hut Club. It's a coding club which inculcates the competitive coding spirit among the students, and we also offer peer teaching through this club. And many organized coding hackathons and coding competitions were encouraged through this platform. And we, as Dr. B.V. Kiranmai said, we offer latest industry trainings based on the industry requirement in various latest trends. And we have another Gamma Club. This is a research club which was started by the students, one of our alumni. And we inculcate the research culture among the students and the faculty. And coming to the industry certifications, we call the industry experts, and we offer the students to pursue their certifications in various trending technologies. I'm coming to the GDSC Student Club. This is a Google Developer Student Club, which was started across the globe. The participants and the team members are across the globe, and the Google company will offer many courses and many events through this club. And our students are active participants in this. These are all the outcomes and academic excellence and various outcomes that we achieve through all these best practices. So I'm proud to say that we stand best in the Vienna VJIT and the more demanding branch. And this is our big team who always supports the students and the entire department. Thank you, one and all.
Suraj, could you please take over?
Yes. A very good morning to everybody. My name is Suraj. I'm an alumni at.
Suraj, can you please adjust your mic? It's not clearly audible.
Not here, just a minute. Is it better right now, ma'am?
Yes,
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 Suraj.
Suraj.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd like to talk more about how this department has, particularly helped me, to reach me where I am right now. I'm a software engineer right now at a company called Zenoti. I think one of the most important things that probably we need to focus on is the previous generation had issues with a lot of lack of information, but today we have a lot of information, so that's a problem too, right? I think that's where the branch, our department. I'm from computer science and business systems, so how our branch computer science has helped me is something that I'm gonna talk about right now. So focusing on what is important is something that is that has to be highlighted, because as students, when we were students, we were not really aware on what is important and what is not, and it is essential to sort of filter out all the noise and focus on what really matters. Instead of going wide, it is essential that we go deep into one particular domain, especially with the rise of artificial intelligence. Coding has become very easy, because humans, for us it is difficult in the initial stage. As we go on, it will become easier, but AI can do it very fast. But so what is the thing, what is something that we can do to ensure that we can use or leverage AI to make our work easier? So for that, I think BB ma'am has highlighted earlier the club Turing Hut. I have been a part of Turing Hut, and my role was editor in chief, where I used to involve in setting up of contests and evaluating difficulty level of questions for students, and sending out of information. And this is closely associated with computer science, right? And it is essential for students to get an understanding of what are we coding, what is coding, and why are we coding. And that is, I think, an overall idea that is this is something that Turing Hut is something that has helped me really go forward. And overall about the department, if I talk about it, the department has really helped me to work on hands-on projects. For example, I can recall that in my fourth year, I had a vague idea to develop one of our mandatory projects, but I was not sure if it's going to work out or if it is not. So I went to Nagini ma'am, who was our guide at that point, and I just told, this is the idea, this is how this is going to work, but I'm not sure if it's going to work or it is not. So she was very confident, and she told me, go ahead and do it. If it works, it works, or if it doesn't, you learn something. There's always an outcome, right? And we were able to successfully build on the idea. And I'm not going to talk about the idea because that's going to be a bit technical. So overall hands-on projects, and we had presented papers. Two of my papers are already published and available live, and we had more of practical exposure. Of course, we were focused on academics, but our focus was not restricted to strictly academics, but it was on building outside the college and something real, right? And of course, faculty, everybody in the CSC department were approachable and supportive, and they have guided us all the time when we sort of felt lost or stuck. And yeah, I think that's about it. looking back, I feel it really, set the base for everything that I'm doing right now. So I'd like to thanks once again to all the faculty members for, all those teachings back when I was in college. Thank you.
Thank you, Suraj. Chaitra, can you take over the session, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I'm Chaitra and I graduated from the CSE department at VNR last year. I am currently working as a software engineer at Google in the domain of cloud security. Like BVK ma'am, Suraj, and everyone else mentioned, the CSE department at VNR has been incredibly helpful in my journey so far. Like be it the knowledge we got from our seniors, like especially even during classes, professors would take some time out for us to have an interaction with seniors, so that like Suraj mentioned, when we join college, we don't know what to focus on. We don't know in which area should we thrive, or in which area should we get interested in. So which is where these sessions with seniors has helped us gain a path as to where we can put our interest on, or where we can deep dive. Then like the clubs like Turing Hut. So especially in the beginning, we don't have much knowledge about these sites like HackerRank, CodeChef, and Codeforces. These are very instrumental in improving our competitive coding and improving our DSA skills. So all of these were also made aware for us by our seniors, and these clubs like Turing Hut and CSI. They always had various sessions for us to gain awareness about these ongoing contests or ongoing technologies. Apart from that, like BVK ma'am mentioned, from the third semester itself, our curriculum had training sessions focused on industry relevant technologies like MERN-Stack. So there we did not just learn it theoretically, we used to get hands-on experience, hands-on assignments after each session that helped us implement what we learned. So these early exposure and hands-on experience empowered us to participate very confidently in hackathons very early than people from other colleges, because we had already received or started receiving the training by then. Another very helpful program was the Smart Interviews training that was provided by VNR. So it focused heavily on data structures and algorithms, which is the backbone of software engineering interviews across any company. So we used to have classes and practice sessions every week, and these sessions helped us meticulously hone our analytical thinking. Apart from just technical skills, we also had practical and often underestimated initiatives like resume building sessions. I remember we had about 3 or 4 resume building sessions towards when we were nearing our placements. And these sessions taught us how to articulate our skills and how to present ourselves in front of a company, which is very important, because how many ever skills we have, if we are not able to present it properly, then the interviewer won't know what we know. And through college connections, I had the incredible opportunity to intern at 2 startups founded by our own seniors. So these opportunities also were brought about to me by our college faculty. And these internships weren't just about adding lines to my resume. They gave me hands-on experience and introduced me to real-world challenges. And also the mini and major projects that we do towards 7th and 8th semesters are also very helpful. They help us in publishing papers, which will help people who are aiming to go for higher studies. And we can also showcase these projects in open house that is conducted by the college, so that we can gain feedback and perspective from a lot of experienced faculty members from the college. So all in all, the CSC department has equipped me with a lot of technical knowledge, and it has helped me so far in my career. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Chaitra. Thank you, Baby Ma'am, Nagini Ma'am, and BVK Madam for your valuable inputs. There are some questions, ma'am. Baby Madam, question is to you, ma'am.
Yes, Dipti.
With the rapid growth of emerging technologies such as AI, machine learning, and data science, do you believe the CSE and CSBS branch can continue to meet industry demand? Why would you recommend a student to choose the CSE branch in today's evolving tech landscape?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, Deepthi. I need not recommend actually because the people are running behind, CSE everywhere. But yeah, I recommend CSC because we are living in industry 5.0, machines living with humans or humans living with machines. So here humans build the machines and the machines will serve the human. So for to build the machines, our curriculum is enriched with interdisciplinary knowledge and open electives to deepen the basic concepts like AI, machine learning, and data science. So all this coding also is very important in Python, C language, and everything. All these basic core concepts will definitely help the students in building all these intelligent machines, and that's where the industry 5.0 is. The main idea of it is that, and definitely I would recommend the students to take CSC because that's a basic building block of everything. On top of it you can build anything. So that's my opinion, and I'm happy to share that with you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Nagini madam, a question to you, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Can you just justify in what ways CSBS branch evolving to keep pace with rapid technological advancements and adapted to current industry trends?
Thank you for the question, and I think it's a question in the need of the hour. I get a lot of questions regarding why some students should join only CSBS. So I would like to emphasize that though CSE works on deep technical foundations in computer science and engineering, covering algorithms, programming, advanced computing, etc., CSBS also adds a bit more on top of this as a layer with business systems, management, soft skills, aiming to develop technologically skilled managers and entrepreneurs. I strongly feel that the time the CSBS student joins any company, he understands about the communication skills and being at any level, how they are supposed to communicate with their juniors or seniors. This skill set is what is very much in need of the hour. So these all new subjects a very easy layer for them to get into any industry. And with respect to curriculum difference and all, the core CSE remains the same because every CSE other flavored have to take up this MTech GATE exam. Beyond this, our students are equipped with subjects which are related to business analytics, financial management, marketing, economics, design thinking, and most of our mathematical subjects are more oriented to statistical and data analysis, which is very much required in all the companies. And the curriculum, interestingly, is supported, and whatever new courses the industry is looking for, it is added by TCS by default every year. And apart from this, I always find that the communication course like BCVS, Business Sciences and Business Communication and Value Science, these subjects add a good sort of communication skill level basics for the students, which help them to enhance their critical thinking, follow the ethics, and build entrepreneurial mindset. That's what I could see. And with respect to career prospects, other than the regular CSE software development programs, software engineering, data science, AI, ML engineers, our students can be business analysts, product managers, solution architects, technical consultants, and they can just lead into any business analytics firms, startups. And I understand that with respect to higher education, these students have an edge of getting into MBA and any information related MS programs easily. And I definitely feel that this entire thing adds up to a business startup ideas among the students. And that's the reason why I would say that, because there is a blending of computer science and management, business strategy, or becoming a tech savvy entrepreneur, I would recommend students to choose CSBS. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nagini ma'am. You have cleared all the doubts about CSBS. Next question to Suraj. Suraj, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Thank you. Could you share your perspective on the current trends in the IT industry? Based on your experience, how would you describe the job requirements and skill sets sought by IT companies?
Sure, ma'am. That's seems to be an interesting question. So, one thing that I've learned is how huge the impact of our work is. I mean, earlier when we were in college, we used to code, but the code really did have a great impact unless we started building projects in the college. So, here in corporate, since I work as a software engineer, everything that we type literally with our hands on the keyboard, every line of code, it has the potential to increase companies' revenues by hundreds of thousands of dollars. And at the same time, if there's a small mistake, it can really cause losses at the same scale. So the impact is very real, and it becomes very costly when things go wrong. So if you look at trend, there are two big parts, to this job that I mean, as a software engineer, to individuals who are in a consideration to take up computer science or computer science in business systems. One is technical work, writing code, testing, and fixing all the bugs and all that. That is purely technical, and there an individual's focus and attention is needed. Now the other one is non-technical. Initially I had this misconception that as a coder, as an individual who chooses computer science or software field, has to code and sit through laptop for hours. Now that's true to some extent that you have to code, but other than that, it is essential that we look at non-technical things too, like communication, discussion with other developers, planning how systems should work, and making sure that everything is aligned. So both of them are equally important, and focusing on one is not something that will that is not very useful, right? So there are sorry. So
Yes,
Suraj, you can
please
continue.
go ahead.
yeah. So there have been multiple instances where I've seen customers actually use features that I built, and it really feels amazing. So it's one thing to write code, but it is another thing to see what is being used in the real world, solve problems, and sort of help people. Now coming to requirements, these are the main requirements. Now after the rise of AI and launch of tools like ChatGPT or Cursor, it is essential that we know how to code, and understand the code that is given by the tool. So there's a lot of difference between writing a code and writing a clean code, because coding will help, but writing a clean code has two uses. Firstly, it will make it easier for other developers to understand the code that we've written, which is extremely important in a company. And secondly, the clean code that is written is easily scalable. It can be deployed, and we will see it working live. And also, the other requirement I feel is teamwork plays a huge role. We don't work in isolation, right? As I've told, both these skills are important, technical and non-technical. So every day we interact with number of different people, be it product managers who give requirements from customers, testers, and other developers. So having a ability to communicate very clearly is very, very important. So it's not just about writing code, it's also about sharing ideas and working well together. And obviously, to anyone who is choosing computer science, what I would suggest is to write code, understand code, and build things, build projects. And I think our department's emphasis on building projects after each course comes into picture here, and that's the major highlight. So every course that we take up, it is associated with a project that we have to build up, which we call as course based project, right? That really is one of the most important skill. So most important add on also for a resume, for students resumes too. So ultimately what I would say is, it's just not about coding skills. Companies would want people who can solve real world problems, think clearly from multiple dimensions, think more from customer perspective, and try reducing the customer's pain points, and write a clean code, and of course master all the soft skills like teamwork, being able to explain thoughts and learning clearly. So ultimately the final conclusion is focusing on problem solving, being a good team player and learning continuously is the crux of the the entire statement that I made. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Suraj. You have given enough inputs for the upcoming students. Now I would like to ask a question to Chaitra. Chaitra, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Could you share some insights into your current role at your software firm? What initially sparked your interest in a specific domain with the technical and tech industry?
Yes. So as I mentioned, I currently work as a software engineer in the domain of cloud security. Some insights about my current role. So at Google, I have previously worked on a project called Cloud Infrastructure and Entitlement Management. It's also known as KIM. It's a public preview, generally available project now. So this is a set. Basically, KIM is a set of capabilities within Google's cloud security command center enterprise. It focuses on managing and securing the access permissions and identities within cloud environments, ensuring that basically only authorized entities have the necessary access to resources. So I had worked on the onboarding part of this project. Currently, I am working on assured open source software, also known as AOSS. So this is also a service that provides a way for users to incorporate the same open source projects that Google secures into their own developer workflows. So it basically focuses on providing a trusted source for obtaining OSS packages as opposed to just using the OSS packages that are generally available, because they could be prone to vulnerabilities. So these packages are regularly scanned, analyzed, and tested for vulnerabilities. I primarily write code in Golang. I have also used C++ previously. And we operate in an agile environment, typically working in two-week sprints. So that's a little insight into my current role. And speaking about what initially sparked my interest, before I joined computer science, I had a very vague idea of what I would be doing. I just knew that I'll be working as a software engineer most probably, but I did not know a lot of nuances before I got into the degree. And so it wasn't a single moment as such, but a series of exposures during college that had sparked my interest. Like I mentioned before, in the early semesters itself, we had exposure to full stack development. And that was my first time seeing my code translate into a website. When I wrote 100 lines of code, I can see that it was translating into a website. I could share it with people. I could show it to my classmates or my parents with such pride. So that was one very important moment that sparked my interest, that I would be doing something that I can show to people and that probably people will use and will impact their daily life in some way. And later, even during smart interviews training, I really got into DSA and problem solving. That also deepened my interest in technical problem solving. It taught me how to think in terms of efficiency, trade-offs, and clean code. Like Suraj mentioned, writing clean code is very, very important. And obviously, at college level, we don't seem to understand the importance of it, because the code that we write is mostly written and read and reused by us only. So we know what we are going to write, but when we're in the industry, we work with a set of people, and that's when documentation, naming variables properly, correct syntax, current indentation, all of these play a very important role. And this also, like again, like he mentioned, team projects, CBPs, like course-based projects, we were always encouraged to do this as a part of the team, so that we also get a chance to experience that flavor of how to interact with people, how to write code that others also can understand, how to divide tasks amongst ourselves. So yeah, apart from that, during DSA and during these training sessions, the thrill of seeing an application come to life or optimizing a piece of code during the DSA sessions was incredibly satisfying. So overall, what drew me to this domain was the blend of technical depth, problem solving, and basically the real world impact it offers. And obviously, this is a domain where innovation is constant and learning never stops. So, yeah.
Thank you, Shaikla. Next question to BVK ma'am. Ma'am, could you provide an overview of the recent placement trends and statistics for the computer science, engineering, and CSBS branches? And what do these figures indicate about industry demand and student readiness?
Okay. See, thank you, Deepthi. As for the industry demands, we actually start training the students. So, however, the demand maybe previously the demand is on the artificial intelligence, machine learning, cyber security, and the data science. Now, the current trend is about Gen AI, deep learning, and agent AI. But whatever may be the current trend of the industry certainly will select the students who clear the first round, and certainly the first round is nothing but a coding. They have to clear the coding round. After that, few companies after they clear the coding round, they prefer to go for a conducting an hackathon. After conducting the hackathon, they clear the hackathon and go to the interview. And in the interview, certainly they ask about the projects, what projects they have done. So in the department of CSC, we seriously take up the project work starting from the very first year. So in the first, every semester, as the alumni students said, that we conduct the course-based projects at the course level, and also then we go for the summer internships and the field projects where the students will be doing the projects that will be useful for the department and also for the at the institute level also. And then many projects, few of them will be doing the internships in the industries. And now currently for the third years we are conducting the project based learning by the industry person, where the students will be really doing the project as if they are the software engineers. So they will be able to code equivalent to the software engineer who does their job at industry. So recently, very good placements we have acquired who have done their project-based learning. So this project-based learning we want to continue every year for the third year students. So now the status coming to the statistics, CSC and CSBS, as I told when I'm presenting the PPT, 90% of the 90 to 95% of the students will be placed. And depending upon their interest, 20% of the students, even though they get the placements, they prefer going for MBA and MS program. And even I'm very glad to say that few of our students will get multiple placements. If you take Chaitra, she has done four internships totally, two startups and one ServiceNow and one Google. And like that, so many students will be doing multiple internships and also they acquire multiple placements, right? So coming to the Google and Amazon program, I want to tell you one thing, that these Google and Amazon will select the students, especially the girl students, in the first semester. If at all they select in the first semester, Google and Amazon will give the free training for them and provide the internships for them. And if they do well, and they even be placed in the Google and Amazon with a package of 40 to 50 lakhs. So Chaitra have selected in the first year for the Google program, and he continued the journey from first year to final year, and later placed in both the companies, ServiceNow and also Google. And at the end, she placed in Google. And anything, Deepti? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. You have created interest upon training and placement by your answer, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Priyanka, ma'am, I'm handing over the session to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Diti ma'am, for giving us the entire description of whatever the things which were given. Ma'am, I would like to thank Baby Madam for giving us the insights of the faculty achievements or the department achievements, what we have achieved till now, and how the curriculum was designed for the students to go on to the current trend. also for giving the light on the honor degree which we provide to the students, so that we just make them in a all-round way. They can just go for the whatever the career they choose, they just go for it. Thank you so much, Baby Ma'am, for giving us the insights. And I also thank Nagni Ma'am for sharing the difference of CSBS and CSE. What is the curriculum which the focus happens, and how the students are going through the training programs, and how they are how we are making the students to be an industry specific ready part. Thank you, Nagni Ma'am, for sharing the changes and all the amendments what we have done for the CSPS curriculum. And I also thank BVK Ma'am for giving the entire very detailed training and placements information that is required for about training and placements. Most of the parents come with the only hope how the placements is there for the students. So you have given us a very clear picture how the training program have started from first year, and how the how the internships whatever are provided has given them the insightful. Thank you so much, Vivek ma'am, for sharing it. And I also thank my students Suraj and Chaitra. You have clearly shown us the picture of your graduation level before the engineering, during the engineering, and after the engineering, wherever the roles are placed. So thank you so much for sharing your insights, your experience, and your learnings, so that it will be helpful for the parents or the students, so that they can plan accordingly. So in case of any parents, if they have any queries, you can just unmute yourself and you can ask them, or else you can just post the question in the chat window. Mostly our moderator Lakshmi Deepti ma'am has entirely covered all the questions, the common questions what we get it through the inquiry. So so she has covered it. In this video is also recorded, and we will be sharing this video in YouTube, and the link will be provided on the admissions page under the CSE and CSBS department. In case if you want to revisit the video, in case if you want to know what again, if you want to know about the things what we are doing in the institute, you can just revisit it again. So thank you so much, Deepti ma'am and Naimisha ma'am, acting as a branch counselors of CSE and CSBS, and Baby ma'am, Nagni ma'am, BVK ma'am, and Suraj and Chaitra. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone. Thank you, Priyanka Madam, for facilitating this. I thank everyone for your time today.
Thank you all.
Thank you all, ma'am.
Yeah. Deepti ma'am, you can stop recording.
Yes, yes. Ma'am.